What's going on, guys? I'm setting everything up. Hopefully you guys had a great trading out there. Good to be back. Sorry I missed yesterday's stream. Was celebrating a buddy's early birthday yesterday. Actually joined the educator in the room, so apologize about that. But went golfing yesterday. But we're back today. 283 change. And going to go over today's trading day, guys, as always. So hopefully, again, guys, you've been studying, you've been working hard, you've been trying to give yourself a plan, a process, and a strategy that works. Make sure you're not going to the casino because no one wants to go to the casino and lose. Dang it. It's day 312, I believe. Yeah, 312. Okay. All right, now we're going to post this in chat. What's going on, JB? What's going on, Jalen? What's going on, Anthony? 283,000 today on today's profits, or about 15% on the account, which is more important. Always think percentages. Don't think P&L, especially when it comes to my trading, because it's not very relatable. I am live going over today's trading day. Up 283K, or more importantly, 14% on the account. All right, there's that. Trading floor. Small caps. Options room. Lounge room. That's good enough. All right. Let's go on social media really quick. What's going on, everybody? Good to have you guys on. Good to have you guys in. Come on. There's that. All right. Did I post the 1K-30Mil? I didn't post the new P&L. All right. So let's see if I can post that there. Okay, cool. All right. Then we're going to stock twist. Again, guys, give me a second to set everything up. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. What's going on? You're from AZ? Awesome. Let's go TKAT, AMC, OCG, IMTE, and YVR. Okay. All right, cool. There's that. Posted that there. TikTok. All right, guys, we're live on TikTok. All right, guys, what's going on? What is happening, everyone? Hopefully you guys had a great trading day. We're just getting started here at nomarginaltrading.com. What's going on? I'm Stefan. What's going on, Jay? What's going on, Kate? What's going on, Francisco? What's going on, Epic? Please, can you switch your username? If you don't switch your username, I'm just going to boot you out. I know you've been in here a while, but switch your username, please. With the yellow icon, please. Is your trade idea scanner? Make sure to switch your username or I'm going to have to boot you out. What's going on, DW? Laterally. What's going on, Sean? What's going on, TikToking for fun? What's going on, Ali? What's going on, FF? What's going on, Wander? What's going on, Christian? Alrighty, guys. I don't want to take too much time, but I want to go ahead and go over today's trading day. We definitely had some winners and some losers today, but I want to cover the moral of today's trading day. I apologize yesterday for not being on here. I ended up celebrating Jordan and the educator in the room. I ended up celebrating his birthday early, so we celebrated yesterday. So yeah, there's that. So I apologize for not streaming yesterday. Yesterday was about 20% on the account, or 18% on the account, something like that. And today is about 15%. So, anyways, guys, Eric Kemper. Was watching your course last night on Jivo and Game Deja Vu. Yep, exactly. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and go over today's trading day. So starting off, tried to short game out of the gate. Just kind of got squeezed. I was such small size. Tried to short Tesla out of the gate. So luckily, I covered that bad boy because I knew that thing can squeeze. Was just trying to get a nice sell-off, a quick sell-off down to the downside and cover that thing up, but didn't get anything out of it. $20,000 loser out of the gates. Then longing game. So I started to play GameStop out of the gates today. Again, that was basically where my focus was at. I knew it wasn't going to be quite as volatile just because I've seen this and I've been watching it and been understanding it. So, there's that. Let's see, game. So I longed it out of the gates right in here. I got an aggressive entry, but seeing this thing kind of chop people out. I ended up taking an aggressive entry right on the upside there, and then ended up taking it off 229.30, which is right where that white line is, right in there. For a nice quick $68,000 gain. Good thing I did because the rest of the day it kind of sold off, never got back to that entry point. Game, then I shorted it there at 219, just getting some feelers on the thing. GameStop, another feeler short. Kind of just taking feelers, no big size. And then GameStop, I tried to long it, got washed out. That was right in here. And then once this thing recovered, I longed it with more size. And 217.06 in, 219.65 out. So I longed it like right in here. Once we recovered, so I wanted to see a wick. And a wick to the long side I was looking for, and then to see higher lows. And exactly what we got that. So I sized up on that. Ended up only $2.50 a share, but it's still, with the amount of size that I had, was still a $44,000 winner. Tried to swing WPG, didn't get anything out of it today. OCG, this was a cool little trade I had today. So I actually, do you see this candle right here? And we halted. I literally, okay, so here's what I was looking at. I was like, okay, uptrend. I wanted more of a sell-off. I'm not going to lie. On OCG, I wanted more of a sell-off. Okay, those of you guys on TikTok can join me on YouTube, Cam the Man, YouTube, Cam the Man. Those of you guys on TikTok can join me on YouTube, Cam the Man. I know you guys are on here, but you can join me on YouTube. That's where my screen share is. So if you're on TikTok, join me, Cam the Man, YouTube, Cam the Man, YouTube. You can see me here. There's my screen share, and then here's my screen going over the charts and my trades. So make sure to join me on YouTube, Cam the Man, YouTube, Cam the Man, if you haven't already, okay? Anyways. And those of you guys on there can please help the rest of the people come check out my YouTube. But, so, I saw this thing and I was like, okay, I hadn't traded this basically, you can tell. I mean, I hadn't traded this all in the morning and I was just like waiting. I was waiting for just a sell-off. Any kind of sell-off. This was too much for me, okay? And I've been watching these NFT names, and I mentioned that yesterday. I said, watch the NFT names, and I was looking for a swing trade on them, kind of. And I was like, okay, well, let's see if these things can pan out. And I don't know where this thing just rips. And then I'm like, I almost took a little starter there, but I needed more of a dip. I wanted like 660s, okay? Or more of a consolidation. And we just didn't get it. And so it ripped again. And then I'm watching this area, and I'm like, okay, now maybe we get a dip down to VWAP, or maybe we get a dip, like ideally, depending on how long the consolidation and what the volume looked like, 810s, 820s, start taking starters, and then really, as the trade starts panning out, go from there. This thing, though, you can tell, kind of a sell-off, and then here's kind of a kill candle, right? But then we recovered through the kill candle, and we consolidated. Then we had another kill candle, right? But we were still building higher lows, and then this thing could continue to perk right back through the highs. And right in here, when we built this wick right here, I was like, okay, I've had enough, okay? This thing is not selling off. This thing is trying to trap shorts. This thing is basically saying, hey, every time a short tries to jam this thing, or every time, a seller meets a buyer, it keeps getting bought up. And not only that, but it only moved from $9.60 down to $8.30, which is $1.30 a share, inside about a 45-minute to an hour window, which, when it's up, 50% on the day, that's not that much, And so immediately when I saw that wick, I was interested. Now, I was sitting there watching it, and all of a sudden, once I saw 908 on the ask, and there was a bunch of walls, I was like, I'm done. I've had enough. I've waited this one out long enough. I've waited this one out for the past hour and a half, 2 hours, and I literally was buying maybe the very end of this candle and then the very beginning of this candle. Okay? That was the fastest $66,000, $67,000 I think I've ever made in my career. I mean, it was literally like boom, snap, crackle, pop, right? Like instantly, like I bought the stock and then it started halting on me. And I was like, whoa, like what in the hell just happened? But I also knew that it was SSR. So you always have to remember, short sellers have to short on the ask. As far as I know, that's how it works. And you get filled when someone buys into the ask, right? And so, I know that SSR stocks, you always got to think of where the shorts are taking the trade, where the shorts entering and exiting. You always have to think long and short, right? So in here, I was like, well, there's a chance that this thing could hold up, but I honestly wasn't thinking this was going to hold and do this huge move. I was like, well, maybe we get a move to 950s and 940s and I scale. No. Instantly, it must have been a bunch of shorts triggering where maybe they were on the ask and then they flipped then they flipped cover. So when you're shorting on the ask, you're basically selling shares into the market and someone's buying them, right? But once they got filled, then I'm thinking, then they flipped and they were like, okay, whoa, like this thing just obliterated me in seconds, right? So then they tried to cover, and not only that, but the longs were buying as well. So it was a the buyers and the shorts covering into SSR, and that's why I think there was a squeeze. Now, I wish it would have held longer because it would have panned out. And then we had another re-rip through 11s there. 1128 was the highs. But anyways, when I get paid that quickly, I'm going to take it off, especially with that kind of size. So that was my trade on OCG. I waited that one out, waited. We didn't get enough dips, and finally I took my trade, and that was a quick $67,000 banger. IDEX, small little winner, nothing crazy. I wonder what that one closed at. Probably closed at like 325, 328, yep. And then GameStop tried to long it and that was where I was like, all right, I've had enough. I'm trading this one too much. I tried to take the trade above VWAP, and here when the market was ripping, I thought maybe 224s, 225s, and maybe we get new highs. Once it got back to my entry and we broke down, I'm like, I'm all out. Lost 20 grand there on the GameStop entry, and then I was basically done with it. I tried to flip short, but I didn't feel comfortable with that. But I tried to trade Tesla too today and didn't. Just a small little loser. My entry on Tesla, let's see how it ended. Well, it would have panned out nicely, but I was literally buying like right on this candle. So right in here I was buying, and then I sold out right there. And I was trying to get an entry, but would have panned out, just didn't hold it. And I trade, and the fact that TKAT and OCG and all these other stocks were running crazily, I want to take those trades. So then TKAT, guys, just basically, again, same concept. I tried to explain this in chat, guys. I tried to give you guys a clear concept of what I was looking at, and I want to try and explain this and elaborate further. Okay, so TKAT here. Notice how TKAT, those sell-offs being up that high on no news, just on trend, and see how those sell-offs are not big-time sell-offs. Not holds down and clearly staying inside $2 to $3 range. Usually something up that high that quick, the range is $5 to $7 a share inside consolidation, especially that quick up. But it kept holding and holding with small sell-offs. To me, meaning shorts were getting scared and longs were supporting every dip for them most, which convinced me the bulls were in control. I hope that made sense. And that was basically right in here. And I took a trade there, and that was a trade that I took, and I sold it off 3 new highs. But what I was saying with that, and maybe I can make more sense when I'm on stream, and those of you guys who don't know, I have a free chat room in the description below if you're interested in that. What I was saying with that is kind of the same concept, guys, okay? Notice how we have the big run-up, which is just an absolute honk of a move, 6 to 1750, right? And then here's the consolidation, right? Here, and I'm not taking any trades on this. I'm not going to short it. First of all, the short bars were too expensive for me. So I kind of wanted to short it right in here and in here. Was literally where I was starting to really look short, okay? But you see how there's not really too many of what I call big-time breakout candles. Like here to here was the biggest candle, basically 1 to 2 minutes, and the range was 14 all the way up to 16. This was like 10 minutes of price action, moved from 11 to 15, but it took 10 minutes to get there. So you're not seeing like huge ups and huge downs instantly, right? And that's what I'm looking for as a trader, is big time volatility, big time price action, and using the volume to kind of control, and the time and sales on level 2 to kind of control my thesis around where I'm looking and where I'm taking the trade and where I'm not. I'm on here too long, 14 minutes, but I'll keep going just because I love you guys, and I'm here to help at normagnoTrading.com. Make sure to join the link in the description below, guys. Hopefully you guys are getting something out of this. I'm a very busy person these days, but I do this for you guys, so hopefully you guys can like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the normagnoTrading.com community out. But anyways, so a huge run up, and then I'm not taking any entries because not only that, but the short borrows are extremely expensive. So I'm not even going to take the short because to me, I don't see the risk reward there. I think it was like for 10,000 shares, it was like $5,000. I was like, yeah, I'll pass. So I wasn't going to flip short, and the range wasn't quite big enough. So I was just sitting back on my hands. And it's not easy to do when you see this go from 6 to 17. And in the meanwhile, I had a feeling these NFT names are going to run. I'm getting super, super close to nailing the trend swings on the first dip to get big time payouts. I was very close on this. I would have sized up an OCG, so it would have been less of a payout. But I was very, very close to, taking that kind of swing trade concept. But OTRK, I'm still waiting for this one to get to certain levels. Hell of a swing trade so far. Hopefully you guys are banking on that name. We had that in the 23s to 26 areas, 27s areas, and now it's a 38, a week later. So that was like a long-term idea / multi-week, multi-month swing trade. But what was I looking at here? Oh yeah, TKT. So I was watching this, and I'm like, okay, this thing's still, we're not getting any kind of dips, and I'm just frustrated. And at this point, I'm like, all right, this most likely is it. That's all the dips you're going to get. I saw this thing kind of pop up. We sold off, and then we came all the way through 16 again. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, there's still not a whole lot of volatility here. Like, there's still not a lot of big-time candle wicks, not candle moves. And we're not seeing $2, $3 a share rips on short sellers squeezing the thing when it's SSR. Okay? We're not seeing that. So I was like, okay, 1 sell-off, 2 sell-off, 3rd sell-off. We got back through 16, and that was a level where I was like, if we sell off here and get back through 16, I got no choice but to basically consolidate long it and, basically risk off these levels. That was it. But my conviction on the trade was high. It was like 80-20. So, 80% of the time I win here and 20% of the time I lose. So I'm willing to risk more for the trade because I know with the chart and the way that it's set up and the NFT sector and how hot it, I think it's going to be. All those things build my thesis around my trade, okay? So the TKT trade, guys, was right there, 48,000 shares long at 1603. I was literally, like I said, once it got through 16, I was longing basically all these kind of dips in here. And then we just straight up ripped. And I immediately sold terrible, terrible fills too, if I say myself. I was looking for, we were above 18 when I started selling this thing, okay? And I got filled. I looked at my fills. Average fill I got was 1747. Just ugly. Just terrible fills there. You know what? It's still the trade that I wanted, and it was another $70,000 winner. Kind of just slopping it up on OCG here, kind of just taking long and short. And then OCG, I took one more trade on this one. HOFV, I want you guys to watch it tomorrow. I took a tiny little trade on it. I'm not going to hold it overnight. I don't have my inherited IRA to take trades overnight yet, but when my trade's paying out in there, I'll be more overnighting more likely. But TKAT there, nice little win. I actually had TKAT 11,000 shares at 20.96.7, and I thought, I was basically buying into the sell-off in here, and I thought after hours we were going to get a rip through 25, 26, and go to 27 immediately, like 10 to 15 minutes out of the gate. I saw this thing perk up. I'm up about 40 grand. Looking for my sells to get above 25 and close the day up like 330, 340. It just slammed straight back down, and at that point, I was done with it. I just let the trade just kind of let itself work out. I am watching TKT and OCGN overnight, OCG overnight. And, it wouldn't shock me this thing's gap up, but also you have to know that they can get offerings, they can gap down. I mean, without no risk, there's no reward, guys. I also want you guys to know, okay, my course is on sale. You guys have been asking for me to have a sale on my course, okay? Well, it's a St. Patrick's Day sale, okay? It's 25% off. It's over 20 hours of educational content. I'm looking to hopefully add some more live trading soon. I know that's where you guys get the most value. My students keep commenting saying, hey, I get the most value out of, live trades that you record and, you're going over. But if you guys are interested in learning my strategies, now, there was only one person out of everyone that's ever mentioned this, but they brought it up to me and they said, the course now is not necessarily the same strategies as what you're using now. And I kind of disagree. I think it's all the same big picture concepts, and I'm still trading small caps, but there's a lot more liquidity and volume necessary. And I'm not necessarily, and I'm trading some blue chips, but I explain IPOs in there. And the only thing that I don't explain as much as I do now is short. I have a couple of short concepts in there, but I didn't short as much as I do now. But basically, this guide was basically the same strategies I used to turn 1,000 into about 5 million. Okay, I would even say probably 8 to 9 million. Now we're over 16 million in profits from that $1,000. 312 business days later. So I want you guys to know that I'm always going to be transparent with you guys. I'm always going to be honest, and I realize it has a cost, and that is what it is. And I know that I make all this money trading, but for what I do, guys, I know I'm helping a ton of people when I give out my strategies. And you also have to realize when I'm giving out my strategies, I'm kind of losing my edge in a way. It's a price that I charge. And I'm not even going to cover the more important things. Well, I guess I will, but I'm losing my edge in a way because I'm giving you guys my exact strategies and what I use. Now, does it guarantee success? No. Does it guarantee anything? No. It's just my trading strategies on a course. That's it. If you're interested, great. If you're not, so what? Either way. But I'm giving you guys the opportunity to take it for sale right now. Also, my scanners are on sale, and these scanners are the same scanners I use every single day. And also, if you're good at something, never do it for free. Especially when you're an entrepreneur, If you're good at something, never do it for free. But not only that, and more importantly, in anything in life, whether you get vegetables at a store, whether you get, anything in life, it always costs money. That's the world we live in. But even more importantly, the reason why I charge, and the number one reason why I charge, I've seen thousands of traders, tens of thousands of traders come into my room, and there's all kinds of free content. First off, 70% of them don't even see the free content, meaning they're just, in my opinion, they're lazy. They don't when I started trading, I was going through every room, trying to find every trader on social media, looking at every course that I could get my hands on and see which one was affordable, which one was not, and over time, I started building my knowledge. The only thing I'm doing to you guys is exactly what I didn't have when I lost half my net worth, okay? So, if you don't want to pay for the course, that's fine. And I just go through my YouTube channel, and I have 500 plus free videos of thousands of hours of content. If you don't want to pay for it, I have a free chat room, which I don't know anybody doing a free chat room with what I'm doing in my trading career. I know no one, okay? Here's all the free educational content you can look at. We have all this content, right? You also can research online. I have a video that I can share with you guys, and I'll share it today. It's basically a video that I made that says, if you're brand new to trading or haven't started trading, here's a video that explains how to get started. And it's a great starting video to look at. It's on my YouTube. You can check it out. But, at the end of the day, guys, I appreciate that DWW, and it's not confirmed, but I also have my first millionaire student. And Jordan is about $50,000 away to being the second millionaire student. And, I'm trying, and Ariel's on his way, and Diego's doing a great job, and I wish you guys would kind of give me more. I want to maybe make a channel of all the students that have bought in my course. That way you guys can give me updates of how you're doing and how you've progressed, because I want to see how you guys are doing. I like trying to make change in people's lives, and that's kind of been the next chapter of my life. That's why I come on here 23, 24, 25 minutes a day, and that might not seem a lot for you guys, but it is for me. I try and budget my time very, very importantly. And so, at the end of the day, guys, I'm just trying to help you guys as much as I can. I only am one person. I know you guys DM me all the time, and I apologize if I can't get back to your messages. But there are so many people DMing me, I simply cannot get back to you. And those of you guys asking me for a one-on-one, I also I'm not doing that. I don't have time. If I gave everybody a one-on-one, I wouldn't have a life, okay? The amount of money that I have to charge to do a one-on-one to make sure that I could still have time in my life would be absurd, and I don't want to charge you guys that. The best value is the course because it's 20 hours of content. It's not on YouTube where it's hundreds and hundreds of hours of blabbering, right? But, you know, I'm giving you guys a discount. There's discounts throughout the year. But anyways, I don't want to cover my course more than that, okay? I don't want to try and sound like I'm selling you. It's simply my strategies. If you're interested in learning them, great. If you're not, great. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's up to you to make that decision. And I want to leave you guys with this, okay? This is a great quote that I saw today. And I'm going to read it, okay? You're either street smart or book smart. Maybe both, but God help you if you ain't either one of those. Start reading a book, go exercise, eat the right foods, and at the very least, stop minding other people's business and looking at yourself in the mirror and see all the dirt on you and focus on improving yourself in every way. Take action. This is Trader King, I love it. Take action, mofos. No more BS, excuses, and telling the world the little sad stories every day get us choked up. We all got our own versions of sad stories. Stay hungry and get back to work. I want to leave you guys with that, okay? So keep studying. Keep making every day better than yesterday. It's up to you to figure out how you're going to create this opportunity in your life to make any kind of change. I started by losing half my net worth. Then I started by making $10 a day. And now, obviously, it's out of proportion. And lastly, guys, I am doing my brokerage that I use as having me on a webinar. They asked me to come on a webinar with them. And the brokerage that I use is Trade Zero. It's also in the link in the description below. The brokerage that I use is asking me to be on a webinar with them. It's going to be tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to check that out. I hope that I'm inspiring and motivating every single one of you guys to create a change in your life because it starts today, guys. But anyways, Trade Zero, check out tomorrow. I will post the links again. I've been posting them, but I'll keep posting them. If you're interested on TikTok, join the link in my bio. Make sure to click my link there and then click the link in the bio. Join free chat room, and I'm posting the Trade Zero live webinar tomorrow. You guys are going to be able to ask questions. They're going to sift through the questions, and they're going to kind of sift through the ones that are the good questions, and I'm going to be answering them for you guys tomorrow. So I am going to be doing a live Q&A for you guys. So those of you guys who are interested in checking out this free webinar tomorrow, I'm going on with my brokerage. They're basically having me on. It's going to be a fun time. Make sure to be there or be square. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys. Yes, they photoshopped the hell out of me. I look like a video game like icon, like Tiger Woods 2010 freaking they photoshopped me pretty good. Hey, but whatever. It's still going to be the same me tomorrow, whether I'm photoshopped or not. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. I hope that all you guys can show up. There's about 180 of you live right now, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Okay? Make sure to join the webinar tomorrow on Trade Zero. I look forward to seeing you guys there, and I appreciate you guys for supporting the NorMagnetTrading.com community. As always, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Cheers to you.